Hello, Carla.
Hey, Rhonda.
I have no idea what's happening, but I do know this. I'm super excited to be here with you just for a little mini chat, right? We're just going to have a short conversation. And I want to introduce everyone to these little short chats that you and I will be dropping in for. The purpose of us joining is because we want to highlight and bring awareness to some important, incredible work that we're doing. And this work is everything under the sun for women who do too much. It's a retreat that we're doing in Anguilla. And I'm really excited to speak more about this. So, our purpose for being here today is we want to talk a little bit about some of the elements that we believe that we intend for anyone coming to this retreat to leave with. And the very first one that we're going to talk about today is the art of compassionate refusal. So, we're going to have just a little short chat about this. And then we would love for you all to comment, share your thoughts, share your experiences in the comments. So, Carla, thank you so much for joining me for this conversation.
Well, first of all, the notion of a short conversation with Rhonda is highly unusual, but it's really delightful for us every time we come together to have a conversation about how we're moving this work forward and why we're moving the work forward and how it will make a difference. It's fun, it's inspiring, it's kind of magical. And so I'm really happy to be here and really delighted to have a conversation, not just about how to say no,
Mm-hmm.
but how to compassionately decline, how to practice the art of compassionate refusal.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I want to start our conversation because as you were just saying those words, the art of compassionate refusal sounds like a no-brainer. Sounds like something that we would be able to do without thinking too much about it. So I want to back up a bit and start, Carla, with why is it hard? Why does it feel like such a lift for us to engage in this compassionate refusal?
Well, I mean, so part of it is that we don't see no as just the other side of yes, right? So yes seems to be a socially acceptable, pleasing, positive response to a request.
Mhm.
When we say no, we operate with a sort of misunderstanding that we're letting somebody down,
Mm.
that there's an obligation to commit. And if we elect not to, that means something about our generosity, our
Right.
selfishness, our willingness, all that kind of stuff. So I think that we have this idea that kind of drives our behavior in a way that we say yes to things that we might not necessarily want to be doing.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's true, Carla. And this notion that we hold ourselves up to be something other than the people, the human beings that we are, right? We're not robots. We're not Superman and we're not superwomen as often as we don that darn cape, right? We're really people having a human experience. And so our willingness and ability to learn to engage in this compassionate refusal is so key. I often find it's harder to do in some situations than others. For instance, I had someone say to me the other day, well, I mean, I can't say no to my family,
Yeah,
right? So is that your experience also?
yeah. That we have these little niches, right, where we can't say no. I can't say no to my family. I could never say no to you.
Right.
I've probably said that to you,
Yeah,
actually.
I think so.
Not to be true, but, I could never say no to somebody that we oftentimes have high regard for, or who has some kind of authority over our daily experience, right? But I want to kind of go back to that thing about any time that we put trying to please someone else before what we actually know about ourselves to be true,
Mhm.
we're at risk of being resentful and unhappy and overextended and of doing too much.
Yeah, I agree. And it's something that we are conditioned to do, something that we do without even thinking. I asked a client recently, tell me all the people that are really important to you and all of this stuff that you do. And they ran down this whole long list and they weren't on it, right? So we don't even think about putting ourselves on the list. So I know we said this conversation was going to be short. So I would like to say, Carla, what do we want? We say that when you leave our retreat, when you leave Anguilla, you're going to leave with the art of compassionate refusal. What do you want to leave folks with as they begin to really think about that? And then on the island at the retreat is where we're going to do the work, right? We're going to go through that process. But what do you want people to leave with?
So just the knowing, first of all, that no is respectful, right? No is not only in service to yourself, but it serves that person to whom you offer a kind
Mhm.
no.
Yeah.
And that's the ultimate respect and reverence for the
Mhm.
request that's being put on offer to you. And imagine how that would liberate your time and your energy.
Yeah. The notion that we can say no without guilt, without all the baggage and the stuff that comes with it is very exciting to me. And I am looking forward to doing that work with those who join us on the retreat, Everything Under the Sun for Women Who Do Too Much. If you're out there listening, that might be you. And if it's not you, there is someone that you know that that statement reflects. And so we look forward to reach out to us. We're happy to have a conversation more. Any final thoughts, Carla, as we wrap up this conversation?
Just echoing what you said, it's like we really invite you uh, or someone you know, right, who would really reap the great benefit of joining us in Anguilla, just come.
Just come. Just come. All right. Thank you. If you've got questions about the event, you can visit transformingyou events.com, and you can learn all of the information. You can reach out to us. We even have a whole interview on there with the amazing Steve Chandler talking a little bit more about the background of this and how it all came to be. So thanks for joining me, Carla. I look forward to seeing you back here next week for another little mini chat.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone.